The 9th Women's World Cup kicks off on Thursday, with 32 countries all primed and ready to compete in this year's expanded edition. The pinnacle of women's international football is being jointly hosted by New Zealand and Australia. For more on what to look forward to, we are joined by Mr. Kim Tae-ryung this morning. Welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning.
First off, what's so special about the 9th edition of FIFA Women's World Cup this year?
The slogan of this World Cup is Beyond Greatness. I think it's a great slogan, and there are several reasons for this. First, the World Cup is co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand. There is a case in which Korea and Japan jointly hosted the FIFA Men's World Cup in 2002, but this is the first time that the FIFA Women's World Cup has been co-hosted. Also, for the first time in the history of FIFA Women's World Cup, the tournament will be held in Southern Hemisphere. This means that it is now winter in Australia and New Zealand. Weather is always important variable in football. And lastly, starting with this World Cup, the number of participating countries increased from 24 to 32. Personally, I think the World Cup is best with 32 teams.
I see. Co-hosted by New Zealand and Australia for the first time in the Women's FIFA World Cup. And also the weather, like you said, it's an important variable. So that's going to be fun to watch.
It is. It can be pretty cold, but for the players, it will be perfect. So
right.
I think the weather for now is really good for now.
Yeah, better than playing in this humidity at the moment. The Korean team has been placed in Group H alongside world number 13 Germany, Morocco, and Colombia. Now, how competitive do you think Group H is? I mean, what will be Team Korea's biggest challenge?
FIFA ranking are not absolute. However, the highest ranking country in Group H is second place Germany. Korea ranked 17th, Colombia 25th, and Morocco 72nd. From that point of view, Korea's game schedule is not bad, as Korea will play their first match against Colombia, followed by Morocco and Germany. Realistically, Korea need to put a lot of energy into their first game against Colombia. Unlike in the past, the top two in the group advances to the next round. So we need to secure 4 points to have a chance. Korea coach Colin Bell also he said, results are more important than performance. I think this message is the key. A minimum of 3 points is required by the second game. Colombia is a very tough team. Morocco has speed and technique, but Korea is an experienced team. They won't break easily.
Sure. The first match against Colombia, I believe on the 25th, 24th?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that
will be.
In
Korean date 25. Yeah.
All right. So on the 25th against Colombia, that would be a big match as the first game to really secure those points to get to the next level, right?
It is.
Then, what South Korean players should we look out for, and who do you personally look forward to watching?
The Korean national team is on harmony with experience and energy. Members who finished the third in the 2010 FIFA Under-20 World Cup and won the FIFA Under-17 World Cup still play an important role in national team. Korean women's football's icon 지소연, 조소연, 김혜리, 김정민, 임선주 are the main characters. Here, Jang Seul-gi and Lee Keun-min connect the generations, and young players such as Chun Ga-ram, Bae Ye-bin, and Tae Shi-fair join together. For players over 30, this World Cup could be the last dance. So they are the legends of Korean football, and may God bless them.
Right. It may be the last season for them, so that should be also interesting to watch too. Just watch them pull out all the energy and efforts for the one last time.
It is. They did great job for the past time for Korean women's football, and this time the veteran players and young players they make some harmony. So cross fingers and hope they are doing well.
Right, fingers crossed. Now, the United States, the Team USA, will be looking to make it 3 consecutive World Cup titles after lifting the trophy in 2015 and 2019. What are their chances this year, and What other countries stand out? Spain, England, what do you think?
The United States is the best team in the FIFA ranking and has won the World Cup 4 times in history. They finished third at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, but won the 2022 CONCACAF Championship. Currently, the United States boasts a perfect squad. The US faces Netherlands, Portugal, and Vietnam in Group E. The Netherlands may give them a little trouble, but it won't be a problem. I think it will be helpful for the US to have this World Cup held in British culture. As you told, France, Spain, Germany, England, and Japan, Brazil will challenge for the title, but the strongest team right now is the USA. But nobody knows what's going to happen, right?
Right, exactly. Exactly. Before we let you go, Mr. Kim Tae-ryung, briefly, what game in the group stages are you looking most? Are you looking to look forward to the most to watching?
As a nation, I'm interested in the games of Asian team. In particular, I'm curious to see how China and Japan will demonstrate their abilities on the World Cup stage. Women's World Cup is getting physically stronger and faster in this trend. I want to see what kind of performance Asian teams with inferior physicals can show.
Sure. Japan against China. That should be an interesting one to watch. All right, Mr. Kim Tae-ryung, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.